I pooped my pants. That's like, all right. 307 Reacts. I am Matt. That is Chris.
Y'all.
You guys know what time it is. You saw the thumbnail. You know who's on the screen. It's time to get 1 million views because everybody loves Nick. His videos are awesome, us included. They're amazing. It's the Fat Electrician, Most Gangster Pizza CEO, Little Caesars.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle many more of these videos, dude.
No.
They just... I get so overwhelmed with just with WTF when we're watching these that I just
knowledge, man.
So we're going to get into this in just a few quick seconds. Let me show you something really cool. You want to see something cool? Check this out.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, right? Do you know what that is? So, when I showed my old bosses, they had no idea what that was. So for any of the uninitiated, wow, I'm a really good salesman. That's a custom-built computer built by my good friend Alex Rich. He runs Rich Bros Gaming. All of the information is in the description below. They're getting their feet wet into building custom PCs. So if you're in the market, if you're looking for a new computer, you don't want to buy one of these ones off the shelf. You'd rather have something special built, what do they say, made to order, built especially for you, for your needs, that kind of thing. Get a hold of our boy. He's... He does good work, and he's incredibly smart. He'll answer any questions you have. He's good for just like conversations about maybe you don't really know what you're looking for. He can
maybe
help
you're
you
just
out.
looking to upgrade what you currently have.
Bingo.
Hey, my graphics card seems not as great.
Yeah.
What would you suggest?
My computer is laggy. What do I do? Like that kind of a thing. He's basically like a Geek Squad, but better. You know what I mean? You don't got to wait in line or take a number for him. You just message him on socials. So we've got his information in the description below. Hit him up if you're in the market. That's all the news that I have. Got anything else? Okay. That's all we're doing, people. That's all we're doing. 81% of you guys are not subscribed. As of this video, anyways. Maybe that's gone down, and if it has, awesome. We're trying to get that number lower. So all we're asking this year is to hit that subscribe button. There's no membership fees. We're not doing paid anything. We do have a Patreon where you can see full videos of some stuff that we do. What do you got?
Go ahead, continue.
Okay. But literally all we're asking for is for you to hit the subscribe button and engage with us in the comments. That's it. Totally free for you. Could change our lives forever. What do
I
we
was
got?
holding up that thought. Okay, now I'm going to bring it back down.
Beautiful. That was good, actually.
You guys are here. Okay, you guys love the Fat Electrician. You probably love his history stuff about military stuff. Check out our videos from Monday and Tuesday. We reacted to some military technique and knowledge that's good to know during an ambush. If you guys would like to see that content, please watch those 2 videos. Let us know what you think. And if it's something you want to see us react more to, let us know. Because that's something I'm definitely into.
See, we even got the segues around here.
Yeah.
We're totally professionals. See, yeah. So we know what we're doing. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get going here. Let's see what it's got to say.
I started looking into this company because it was a staple in my childhood growing up poor, and I like cheap pizza.
Bingo.
And boy, did it take some unexpected turns.
Weird.
Today we're talking
No
about Little
way.
Caesars Pizza. Ladies and gentlemen, there's 2 types of people on the planet. There are people that like Little Caesars, and there's people that lack critical thinking skills. Little Caesars is not good pizza. Nobody said it was. They said it was hot, ready, and it cost $5, okay? Nobody in their right mind is walking into Little Caesars seeing an entire case of already cooked pizzas that are hot, ready, and cost $5 and are thinking to themselves, wow, I bet that pizza is absolutely delicious, okay? And if you think that, guess what? I've got a dress shirt to sell you that I wore while I was drinking alcohol at the Pentagon, which is banned, by the way, which in hindsight's a horrible example because I actually did wear this shirt while I was drinking alcohol at the Pentagon.
Oh, man. It tastes so much better knowing how much paperwork went into getting
First one to finish a White Claw in the Pentagon.
It's just...
Also, in my defense, before it even gets brought up in the comment section, I did not get to choose the type of alcohol, okay? I would have chose Busch Light all day and tomorrow, but when life gives you White Claws in the basement of the Pentagon, you chug them. That's my bad, disregard. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get across to you is nobody's going to Little Caesars because they want really good...
I love that he's like, this tastes so good knowing how much paperwork we had to fill out in order to make this happen.
Nick doesn't even care. He's just...
First one to finish.
It's just a race off the bat for him. His mind has been on one thing since those White Claws were set down, dude.
He was out to make history.
He was ready,
He was like,
dude.
I was the first one
watch this.
ever in the history of the U.S.
No one else is even racing, but I'm racing. Watch this. Yeah, that's hilarious, dude. That must be on the podcast.
Yeah, the Unsubscribed podcast. I still haven't watched full episodes of that. I've watched clips.
And I know you guys are going to say you guys need to check out the Unsubscribed podcast. I can only imagine they're pretty decently long episodes. It's hard for us to do a reaction video to a podcast. Like that's maybe you and I just I don't know. We've had people like, have you explored the podcast thing yet? If you haven't already, I'm like, I don't know if I want to do a podcast. Do a reaction podcast.
We already have too much going on
so
with
much
the
happening.
Studio and shooting music videos for people and this thing and our regular jobs.
It's crazy.
Like, it's crazy.
Like, we got to stop taking stuff on for a minute. Otherwise, we're going to be in October again this year. All of a sudden, I'm going to be like, what happened to 2025?
What happened to the year? It's just gone.
For all of you guys that say we need to get into it, we're into it. We're just maybe not on here, okay?
Yeah. I might listen to it in my own time.
Yeah,
sure,
that's mostly what it'll be. It'll be cleaning the house, and I'll throw it on, call it good. That's all we can offer you. Otherwise, it's going to be 2-hour reactions, and that doesn't even make sense. That's not a reaction. So,
my bad. Disregard. Anyways, the point I'm trying to get across to you is nobody's going to Little Caesars because they want really good pizza. Okay, Little Caesars is for mom that has been working 40 hours a week and is driving home and doesn't want to cook dinner, and then she sees a Little Caesars and is like, "Holy shit! I can feed myself, my husband, and my 2 kids for $6.99 by buying a pizza, crazy bread, and marinara sauce." Okay, and the craziest part about that everybody has to respect is the fact that Little Caesars pizza has been $5 since 1997.
Hell
okay,
yeah.
it is the Arizona tea of the pizza world. Whoever runs Little Caesars and Arizona tea should be put in charge of the U.S. economy.
No
and we're going to
shit,
talk about how
right?
they managed to keep the prices that low right after a word from our sponsor.
here we go.
Yeah, babe, what's up?
Hey, I need a boombox.
Okay, I can go get you one.
Yeah, we've seen this one.
All
Yeah.
right, I'll go get it now. Love you.
Love you.
All right, bye.
1 hour later.
Where's that boombox that I asked for?
Oh, it's right here. I got it for you.
What is this?
The boombox.
300 blackout,
No, I wanted something to play
Yeah. What?
music
Yeah. What
with.
is that thing?
maybe? Hey, it's an AR style of some sort.
Okay.
It does have it might be a short barrel rifle, or it does have a stock kind of on
It's like
it.
a thing. Yeah.
It's hard to tell if that's an AR pistol or it's just a short barrel rifle. They do have. Listen, the ATF is ridiculous and puts all sorts of regulations on what constitutes an AR pistol versus a short barrel rifle versus a regular rifle. Like a shotgun with a pistol grip is an assault shotgun, and shotguns without a pistol grip are a regular shotgun, and a shotgun without a fucking stock is illegal.
Confused.
Like
I'm lost.
It's crazy. Okay, the ATF is ridiculous, but it's either a 5.56 or 300 blackout, I think.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. One of those. I'm gonna go with that because it sounds like the correct jargon to me. You know.
Sure.
A week ago, I was talking about phase cancellation. He was like, "Roll with it." Now he's talking about AR 3 something blackout, whatever. Yeah, roll with it. Let's do that. That's what it is.
Oh, that kind of boombox. Yeah, I got this instead.
Yeah, I got this.
Okay, we'll go to the store and get me a boombox so I can listen to music.
Can I keep this one still?
I don't care.
This video is brought to you by Delete Me. Okay, super simple business model. You give them money, they turn around and they make sure that online data brokers are not selling your personal information online. Okay, here's the deal. Pretty much anytime you use a free service on the internet and you click that little box that says, I agree to the terms and conditions, you've basically just agreed to allow them to harvest as much of your personal information as humanly possible. They then turn around and sell that to online data brokers, and that's how they can afford to offer you a free service. But when you have Delete Me, they go and they monitor all of these online data brokers for your personal information, and then if they find it, they submit all the opt-out forms on your behalf, so they have to take down and stop selling that information. So when you buy Delete Me, you're not actually buying anything, you're just buying your way out of all the negative consequences of all the free shit that you've already gotten. And because they continue to monitor those data brokers, you're buying yourself out of all the future negative consequences of all the free shit that you haven't even gotten yet. So if you want to give Delete Me a try, there's going to be a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. All right, our story begins on July 20th, 1929, when a young Mike Ilitch is born, the son of 2 first-generation immigrants. Like pretty much everybody born at this point in time, he grows up, he ends up joining the military, and he ends up becoming a United States Marine. Serves 4 years in the Marine Corps, comes back home, meets a young lady by the name of Marion, ends up marrying her. Then he ends up playing pro baseball for the Detroit Tigers, the New York Yankees, and the Washington Senators.
Good for him.
Unfortunately, he ends up getting a knee injury and is forced into early retirement. At this point, that was like everything he was banking on, and he just has to start taking whatever jobs he can find. He's working as a handyman. He's working as a door-to-door salesman for aluminum awnings. Literally just doing whatever he can do to get by. buy. So him and his wife end up saving up $10,000 and they want to use that money to start up their own pizza place. And that's exactly what they do. And whenever you start a new business, the first thing you do is come up with a name. And Mike wanted to call it Pizza Treat. And his wife chimes in, is like, no, I hate that name. I want to name the restaurant after my pet name for you, Little Caesar. Which is weird because Mike is average height, he was 5'9", Caesar was only 5'7", and Mike is significantly taller than his wife, so I don't know why she would come up with the name Little Caesar. Wait, Little Caesar always depicted by stabbing his spear into a pie. Wait, pull up a picture of the Little Caesar. Holy shit.
That's a peanut.
Wait, was this a Marine Corps dick joke the entire time? I'm conflicted. On one hand, my childhood is ruined, but on the other hand, it's a multi-billion-dollar Marine Corps dick joke, which is just perfect. I wonder if Melinda Gates is who came up with the name Microsoft. Sorry, we're getting way off track. Little Caesars was originally Little Caesars Pizza Treat, and it opened up in 1959, and their slogan was Pizza Pizza, which is the most Marine Corps slogan of all time. Just say whatever it is twice. Except, of course, in Canada, Pizza Pizza was already trademarked, so they had to go with quality instead.
Wow.
Nerd alert! Let me hear you say
Right out of the gate, their first restaurant is a huge success, and they end up franchising and getting another location open within the first 3 years.
Damn.
Then they start opening up Little Caesars all over the country. It's a huge chain, and somewhere along this line, they end up ditching the original name of Little Caesars Pizza Treat and just shorten it to Little Caesar, which I'm never going to be able to say the same ever again now. Is this why the breadsticks are so thin? So business is going great. They start opening up restaurants all over the United States. They've even got some up there in Canada. They keep the company privately owned so they can make all the decisions. Everything's going great. They're making a ton of money, at which point Mike sets his sights on going and buying the favorite team that he played for when he was a professional baseball player, the Detroit Tigers. He wants to own the entire team, and he's got the money to do it. But
that's fucking crazy.
Went to the military for 4 years.
Yeah. Became a professional baseball player.
Went out there, Marion. Got married to Marion. Became a professional baseball player for however many years. Then decided, we want to open a pizza shop, which in itself is like random, but
cool.
Sure, okay, let's make some pizza. And then, okay.
Mike sets his sights on going and buying the favorite team that he played for when he was a professional baseball player, the Detroit Tigers.
Goes from buying or from making a pizza place to just buying a baseball team.
Yeah.
And granted, he was a pro player for 4 years, but still, like, what? Hey, we want to do pizza. Hey, let's buy a baseball team.
Yeah.
How? What? Where's our train of thought?
Crazy.
Where's our train of thought here?
The ability, it always seems like these people who are massively successful are either massively successful one of two ways that I've noticed. Either they're really focused on, I have this one goal and I will not stop until this one goal is achieved. Or it's, you know what? I feel like doing this today, and it just fucking worked out.
Yeah,
like,
dude, and
it's crazy.
I feel like a lot of the stories he tells are stories like that, where it's just like
I'm doing this random
here's
thing.
Here's a thing, this random thing, and it changes the course of history in some way, shape, or form. You know what? And here we are. We're kind of on that road right now. So.
And buying the favorite team that he played for when he was a professional baseball player, the Detroit Tigers. He wants to own the entire team, and he's got the money to do it. But in 1998, the CEO of Domino's, his direct competitor, bought the team out from underneath him.
Damn.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, this is a Marine. This is shots fired. This means absolute war. So what ends up happening is Mike still wants to own a sports team. So what he does instead is he ends up buying the Detroit Red Wings, the hockey team, and under his command, they do great, start winning a bunch of games.
This is becoming so regular, we should just have Michigan Day at the White House when the Red Wings
The Tigers, on the other hand, are doing absolutely terrible under the ownership of the CEO of Domino's, so he's forced to sell, and by 1992, Mike is able to buy the Detroit Tigers as well.
Damn,
and under his ownership, the Detroit Tigers start doing awesome as well, but Mike is not about to forget what the CEO of Domino's did.
I don't even think you really know what a bad day is.
So in 1993, right after he bought the Detroit Tigers, Mike launches the Big campaign for Little Caesars, which kicks off what is today known as the Pizza Wars. At this point in time, there's three major pizza chain restaurants in the United States of America. You've got Little Caesars, Domino's, and Pizza Hut.
Yep.
How does it make you feel? It doesn't matter how how it makes you feel.
And Little Caesars comes up with a brilliant marketing plan of what if we just sold big-ass pizzas? So they had their big promotion where they just sold a massive pizza and said that it was bigger than all the other pizzas on the market. That went so well and they made so much money that they actually started to make more money than Domino's, at which point Pizza Hut fired back by launching their Sasquatch pizza. And then Domino's came in with their Dominator pizza. It was literally a nuclear arms race of the pizza world. It was the golden age of pizza fast food. Then in 1997, after the pizza wars subsided, Little Caesars needed to have their next big promotion, and what they went with was hot and ready. They decided to shift the entire direction of the company. They weren't going to focus on dine-in. They weren't going to have dine-in at all. They weren't going to deliver. It was going to be, you can walk in, pick up your pizza. Not only can you pick up the pizza, it's going to be there, it's going to be hot, and it's going to be ready. It's already done, and it's cheap as fuck. It's brilliant. It's cheap, it's fast, it's highly effective. You're a mom taking her kid to soccer practice, and you forgot, oh shit, it was my turn this week to bring the food to feed all the kids after soccer practice, and then you drive by, see a Little Caesars, and know that you can pick up 5 pizzas for like $30. The day is saved. And only focusing on pickup is actually part of the reason that the food is so cheap, because the buildings don't need to be that big. They can occupy these little tiny commercial areas because all they need is a kitchen and like a 3-foot wide area with a cash register for people to pay when they pick up their pizza. You're not wasting money on a dining area, you're not wasting money on delivery drivers, and that's a big part of why they managed to keep the pizza price at $5. On top of that, they did everything as cheaply as possible. Their marinara sauce is literally from concentrate, so the employees just dump this can of concentrated tomato paste in and mix it with water, and that's what the sauce is. And then they use the cheapest cheese they could get their hands on. And then for the dough is actually the good part, because the dough is actually made fresh every single day, because buying pre-made dough was more expensive than just making dough in-house. So the dough is actually really fresh, and that's why the crazy breadsticks are so good.
Got all this large pie and the crazy bread and the sauce for $6.
Somehow they managed to keep the price of the pizza $5 flat.
Does anybody remember that guy?
I don't.
Am I the only one who remembers this guy?
I don't remember who that. I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen him.
So this guy, he was. I think he was super big on Vine at some point in time, but he really exploded on TikTok for a while when it first came out.
Maybe that's why, because I didn't have TikTok. So
what he would do is he would dress up fancy like this, right? Acting like he's gonna do this, like, you know, famous, refined, you know, we're gonna be, you know, if I think of a restaurant here in town, was it Silver Fox?
Sure.
We ordered a, you know, steak and lobster from Silver Fox, and we're gonna give our review on this and stuff. And like, his reviews are so funny because they're all fast food chains. And he'll be like, yeah, so I got this Chick-fil-A sandwich, and, you know, I think the breading is really nice. I smell some hints of, you know, and he'll like actually go through the thing, but it's so fucking funny.
Very elegant.
Because it's presented like this, all elegant and everything, and it's all just fast food.
That's amazing, dude.
And the sauce for $6.
Somehow they managed to keep the price of the pizza $5 flat until 2022. It literally took a global pandemic that forced people to stay in their houses and not interact with people to get them to raise the price of their pizza. That's incredible. Okay, just for the record, gas prices alone went up 231% during that same time frame. We're not even going to talk about the housing market, and somehow these guys managed to keep the pizza at $5. And guess how much they were forced to raise the pizza price by in 2022?
$1.
55 cents. The pizza is now, to this day, still $5.55. And in exchange for the price increase, you got 33% more pepperoni on your pizza. Okay, and why does this happen? For the same exact reason that it happened with Arizona Tea. Okay, it is a privately owned company. They are not worried about getting more money for all of their shareholders. Once the owner has enough money to go out and buy all of his favorite sports teams, there's no reason to raise the price on the product, right? As long as he's still making money, he's happy. So that's exactly what he keeps doing. Okay, is Little Caesars cutting corners on the pizza? Yeah, it's their entire business model is to make the cheapest pizza possible, okay? But unlike most other companies, Little Caesars takes all that cost savings and passes it along to the customer, not giving it to their shareholders. Buh! I don't care if it's cheap, it still tastes like cardboard. Buh! You know what? Keyboard warriors would know exactly what cardboard tastes like, wouldn't you? I think you can differentiate brands of Windows by the taste. And you know what? I'm willing to concede. Is Little Caesars the best pizza if I'm judging by taste? Absolutely not. But you know what? It still tastes better than Italian pizza.
It's not great. It's not horrible. You're gonna get fat.
Buh! How can you even say that? The Italians literally invented pizza, and that's how it's supposed to be. Italian pizza has to be the best by default. Buh! A, no it doesn't. B, that doesn't even make sense, okay? You can say what you want about Little Caesars pizza, but at least they figured out how to spread the cheese evenly. Okay, Italian pizza is literally like, what if I had bread with tomato paste all over it, and then I threw 4 giant cheese balls on top? Okay, no, why would you do that? I want the next bite of pizza to taste exactly like the last bite of pizza, because pizza's fucking delicious. delicious. Okay, I don't care if the Italians did it first. They did it wrong. Okay, just because something's first doesn't mean it's the best or the right way to do something. Okay,
Facts.
the Model T was the first mass manufactured car. That doesn't mean that the Model T is better than my F-150. But it gets better because not only did Mike manage to keep the price of the pizzas low simply because he could afford to and he's a good guy, he also took a ton of the profits that he made because he was making so much money and did a bunch of philanthropy. He created the Little Caesars Love Kitchen, which was a mobile Little Caesars that they would drive into natural disaster areas and give out free food to people. He helped with veterans charities. He funded youth hockey leagues. In 1994, when Rosa Parks was attacked because she lived on the bad side of town, Mike heard about this and then got her into a nicer apartment on a nicer side of town and paid her rent for the rest of her life and never even told anybody. Dude didn't do it for PR, didn't do it for the good press, literally just did it because it was the right thing to do and nobody found out about it until he passed away. And when he did pass away in 2017 at the age of 87 years old, his widow became one of the wealthiest women in the entire country. Okay, that's the American dream. Dude goes off, serves 4 years in the Marine Corps, comes back home, finds a beautiful girl, marries her, plays professional baseball, blows out his knee, dreams are ruined, doesn't give up on himself. Goes out, starts a business, makes so much fucking money that he buys the sports team he used to play for and a couple of other sports teams. Does it all without being greedy, cutting corners to screw over his customer. He cuts corners to save the customer money so even poor people can afford to buy their kids pizza. And then with all the extra money he makes, he does a bunch of charity work and then dies at 87 years old, leaving his widow a billionaire like a complete fucking gangster. And the cherry on top, the entire thing was based off of one big, elaborate, multi-billion-dollar dick joke, which is a title that only a Marine could achieve. This video is so unhinged, I don't even know how to end it. I guess just like, be like Mike, you know? Never give up on yourself, never compromise your morals to make more money. If you can do charity work along the way, that's great. And apparently making dick jokes works. Thank you for watching. Best way to support the channel is go buy some
Morals,
merch at thefatelectrician.com. Clack, bang, out.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
All right, what's he got? What's at the end?
Somebody's going to take that advice too literal, and there's going to be a new pizza chain called Girth Brooks. I guarantee it.
Brooks. Oh my gosh.
Mike Evans, owner of the Red Wings since 1982, passed away at age 87. This afternoon, we asked him to join in a moment of silence to honor his memory.
Dang.
Thank you.
You'll never discover new oceans.
Dang, that's crazy.
Unless you have the courage to lose sight of the shore. Mike and Marion had the courage to lose sight of the shore and discover new oceans. They kept pushing Detroit, and it had not been for them, I am saying Detroit would not be in the Renaissance that they're in now.
I just want to be remembered as a good father and somebody who loves Detroit. You know, I like to be remembered as for the people that know me as a decent guy.
Oh.
Caught it.
That was cool.
Caught it right there.
Caught
where
it
I
right
needed
there.
Right where I needed to catch the audio. I got it. Dude, that's humbling.
That's awesome.
The fact that the hockey rink went and like turned off all the lights too, and everyone was just completely respectful, dude. And at a hockey game, that's asking a lot of a hockey crowd, dude.
Yeah.
And that's how much respect they have for the owner. They were just like, shut up.
Yeah.
Everyone, there wasn't even kids making noise.
Yeah.
It was like everyone was just like,
crazy.
Shut the kids up. Just everyone shut up. Don't say a word. We are not about to be those people right now, okay?
Yeah.
That's what a legacy, man.
Oh, I like what that one guy had to say. He goes, in order to discover new oceans, you had to find the courage to
lose the shoreline,
lose sight of the shoreline. Yeah,
really, that's really philosophical. That's cool,
man. I tell you, like I'm assuming everything works out the way it's supposed to. I may be owning an automotive shop here within 5 to 10 years or so, and it's very scary, and it's very easy to say no because I'm comfortable where I'm at now. Mm-hmm. But like the potential to find new oceans in this new thing is probably, there's potential to be way more than what I am now. And so it's been a very when he first approached me about it, I was like, I don't know, man. Like that's scary.
Yeah.
But
I had the same offer a decade ago. from a music shop owner in town. It was the same thing. He was moving to Hawaii or whatever, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm trying to sell the shop. You think maybe you'd be interested?" And I was just like, in owning the music shop, like I shop there. I don't.
Right. I shop there.
I don't know about owning it. And like I ended up turning it down because I was just in a place where I just wasn't.
The finances weren't right.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It wasn't a thing. But in your shoes, it's one of those things where the offer comes across and you're just like, all of a sudden you're in a totally different headspace. Like I literally never even thought about that. And now all of a sudden I have to start thinking about that.
Even when I became manager over at the shop, he's like, "Hey, so our manager's gone, obviously.
Yeah.
We need to hire somebody else." He goes, "Do you want the management position?" And it should have been just an instant yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, duh. My job doesn't change other than I have to deal with the shitty shit.
Yeah.
Okay, and when he's gone, I'm in charge.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Okay, nothing really changes. But I was like, let me think on it, just a night. And I tell you, the first 2 weeks being manager, I was just stressed out of my mind for no reason.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's one of those things, finding the courage to lose sight of the shore.
Yeah.
That's really just good advice.
Being able to, you got to be courageous, man. You got to just take chances on some things, and
you too can own a Little Caesar.
And that's that's what I was gonna say. That's what it comes back to. Is a lot of these things are like I was talking about earlier. I'm a professional baseball player. Okay, well I got hurt. I got a knee injury.
Yeah.
And now I'm gonna open a restaurant. What a weird transition to just be pro baseball player gonna open a restaurant. Which I guess if you think about it, pro athletes do that from time to time. They buy restaurants and chains and things like that. So I guess it's not totally. It just is a weird connection for my brain to make, where you went from baseball player owning a restaurant and buying teams.
It sounds like when he retired, he didn't have a whole bunch of money built up.
Or
a whole bunch of capital or whatever. I mean, I don't know what the athletic industry was like back then in the 80s, something like that, 70s, 80s.
Yeah, something like that. I think is what they said.
So I mean, he may have only been making $1,000 a year, and maybe that was really good pay back then. I don't know.
True. Yeah, very true.
So yeah, it's very interesting to see the choices that people make in life and how it turns out for them. It's really cool.
It's that's why I like watching these videos. It's inspiring to most of these people that have these insane stories. They just start out as average people. Everyone starts out as an average person, right? We're all babies at one point, and then we grow up, go through adolescence, and then kind of decide where we want to go from there as we become adults. And some of these people make these choices, and it's just like, damn, look what happened.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
And most of them are on a wing and a prayer. They do something, and then, boom, it turns around, and next thing you know, they're making millions.
Yeah. God, who's that other guy that I was thinking of? He ran away as a kid and ended up working on a ship as a stowaway, and
Eugene Ballard.
Yes.
Eugene Ballard.
That story blows my mind.
Insane, bro.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that one, we have a reaction to that.
Dunk the Darky. Okay, crazy. Fucking crazy. Okay.
That story is insane. That was one of the ones that had me completely floored. I was like, by the end of it, I'm just like, and it makes sense because right at the beginning of that episode, he's like, "This is one of those stories that you want Hollywood to make a movie out of it, but you know they're just going to screw it up. They're not going to recreate it properly." And it's like by the end of it, you're like 100% agree. You can't make that movie out of that.
What has this guy not done,
dude?
It's insane.
Yeah, his stories are amazing.
Yeah.
Some of the history is absolutely insane. Love the way Nick delivers the content, and we're on board for all of it. 5 out of 5 every time.
Sure, 5 out of 5. If you guys enjoyed today's episode as much as we did, be sure to leave a thumbs up, smash that subscribe button, click the bell, become part of the notification gang, and we'll Little Caesar y'all later.
Ooh,
Little Caesar all later. I'm gonna have a seizure over here. Fucking talk about this shit. Have a little seizure later. Fuck me.
I keep trying to get this sentence out.
God.
Have me a little seizure.